Let's stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I just want to say before we get started, I know we have the opportunity tonight to recognize our students, and very excited to do that. But we just noticed there's a wet spot on the floor, and we don't want anybody to trip. So. All right, I'm gonna call the meeting to order at 6:32, and thank you all for coming this evening. Do we have any modifications to the agenda tonight? There are none. Number 3 on our agenda is recognition of visitors and comments from the audience. We have a little piece of paper for people to fill out if you want to have 3 minutes to talk to the board on a particular topic. Right now, I only have one of those for Claire Stanley. If anybody else, they're at the back door. So if anybody else wants to do that, go ahead and fill that out and let me know. Otherwise, Clara, you're up. We come up to the table. We've got it set up there with the mic so everyone can hear you.
Good afternoon, school board.
And I am going to set, as we do with everyone, you got it, a 3-minute timer. All right, thanks.
Yes, that we, this is kind of representing, I'm not really representing, but this is kind of a group of PTO presidents.
Hold on just a minute, Claire. I don't know the microphone. And we'll reset your timer.
Okay, the concerned parents and PTO officers, we had a little meeting last night, and we kind of wanted to ask some feedback or status check about referendum. And I want to share some of the concerns we had. Still, parents are being not clear about how school money is being spent, and because I had some other community residents having a little concern that how this 1.2 extra million dollars have been spent. I mean, I don't have to ask the question, but some people have the question how that 1.2 million are critically used, so that we can have a more confidence to ask people to support referendum. How that extra 1.2 million coming from referendum are so essentially used for our schools. So that was one of the concerns. And also, we really wanted to make sure the referendum will go for the election in May 2024. And then we had a concern that probably it may not happen in November 2024. So that was one thing that we really want to make sure is going on, and what time of election. And then some parents kind of were expressing concern about CRC, and if school has to go financially struggling because if we don't have the 1.2 million, how is school going to deal with CRC? So that was kind of a concern. So we really also, some parents really were worried that if there's no referendum passing, that is really worst thing we want to imagine or hope for. But if that happens, the school can go until 2025, but you finally face the deficit, and what's going to happen if referendum doesn't get to pass next year? What is our future? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. Is there anyone else? All right, we will move on. We have a presentation tonight, and we're excited to have all of you here. I know you're just here for the governor's work ethics certificate, but we're really glad to have you here, and we're really glad to recognize the students who are receiving that. I'm going to recognize Mr. Baugh and Miss Bryan. Is she here tonight? No. Okay. And oh, okay. Well, so you're going to go ahead and do our presentations and tell us a little more about it. So those of you who are here for this presentation, it's okay.
No. You guys gotta stay.
Hey, Kevin, slow down, Kevin. Kevin, slow down. Walk slow.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Next on our agenda is discussion, of which we have none. And number 6 is approval of public session minutes from April the 6th, 2023. Is there a motion to approve those? Any discussion? And roll call. Yes.
Yes.
And tonight we have a number of action needed items as number 7. The first one is a recommendation to approve the donation of $250 from the Bezos Scholar Program to the POP or Pop Festival team in order to celebrate their accomplishment and the end of the school year. Is there a motion to approve? Is there any discussion? Yeah, I'm very excited that we're continuing with the Pop Festival, and I'm excited that the Bezos Scholars is still supporting us. All right, roll call. Yes.
Yes.
All right, number 2 is a calendar change. It is a recommendation to approve the 2023 amended school calendar for us to be in session on October 16th, 2023. In addition, we will then close school on April the 8th, 2024, due to the total eclipse observation. Is there a motion to approve the change in the calendar? Is there any discussion?
Yes, this it's been strongly recommended by the county that we not have school on April 8th, 2024 because of the total eclipse that will be. Brown County is in the direct path up. So we sent out a survey asking staff various dates of when we'd like to swap that day out. And October 16th originally was scheduled for a teacher workday. And that is usually parent-teacher conferences. And so that is the day that came out almost 60% in favor to have school in session on October 16th. And to allow each of the buildings to handle parent-teacher conferences, they not have it on just one single sole day. So we will be in session on October 16th. We will not be in session on April. Any other discussion? There is one other thing I would like to add. That takes care of the 180 required school days that students to be in school. For our teacher contract, we have it that teachers are required to be in session 184 days. I am asking the board with this recommendation and this calendar change to grant the teachers to only have to be there 180 days. So not asking the teachers to come an additional day. Does that make sense? We do not. I just wanted to be understood that the calendar change that is happening. Yep.
Any other discussion or questions? All right, roll call. Yes. All right, number 3 is a recommendation to approve the donation of $60 from an anonymous donor for unpaid lunch balances. Is there a motion to approve? Is there any discussion? Yeah. We're going to pay down that lunch debt. That's great. Roll call. Yes. All right. Number 4 is recommendation to approve on a second reading and the adoption of Neola Policy Update Volume 34, numbers 1 and 2. And this includes all of the policies listed on under number 4. And I guess starting with employment of the superintendent, policy 1220, through policy 9150, school visitors. We have done one reading of those policy updates, and then this is the second reading in which we would formally approve those updates. Is there a motion to approve that? Is there any discussion? Right, as people may not know, that every year the state and federal statutes change, and so we have to change our policies with those. So this is just a process we go through to do that hopefully every year, and as those things come up. So, any other discussion? All right, roll call. Yes. All right, so then number 4 is a first reading on volume 35, number 1 of Neola policy updates. And we have copies of those, and that includes policy 0131.1, bylaws and policies, through policy 8600, transportation. Is there a motion to approve on a first reading this volume 35, number 1? Any discussion? Yes. All right, roll call. Yes. All right. Next is our consent agenda items, personnel. We have separations 1, 2, and 3 for Courtney Attack, Candace Lata, and Megan Conley. And the appointment of paraprofessional Robin Back and PCM middle school 7th grade football coach Timothy Reeves. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda items? And any discussion? All right, let's do roll call. Yes. And number 9 is our superintendent's report.
Yeah, I want to give just a congratulations again to the students that were honored tonight for the governor's work ethic certificate. Just really proud of those kids and all the work that they put into it, and also Rebecca and Roscoe and Christy Reitzman and the rest of the staff that helped mentor them along the way and keep them plugging along. So I want to congratulate those kids. I also want to congratulate Matt Finley and John Elmore, for Jenna Sears for their hard work with all of our kids at Shrek this past weekend. It was absolutely incredible. I went Friday night, opening night. The entire auditorium was filled. I think we had over 460 in that auditorium Friday night. And when I left, it was the feeling of this is what it's supposed to be like. I saw kids incredibly proud of themselves. I saw parents and family members incredibly proud of their kids. And I saw really proud staff members. So kudos to that. It was by far one of the best show that I've seen here. So I did overhear somebody say that's the best high school production I've ever been to. So that was pretty cool. We had early childhood, preschool, kindergarten roundup / open house that happened. And I just want to thank all the staff members for making those Super Bowl moments across the entire county at each one of our facilities. Of course, we will register kiddos coming in for preschool or kindergarten. It's not just on that night, but I appreciate everybody coming out. And if you know of any kindergartners, preschoolers, tell them that they can call any one of the facilities, and we will ensure that they have the information they need and get them enrolled and registered for Brown County schools. Really excited that on Tuesday, next Tuesday, the ROI Indiana Uplands, they hold an annual conference every year on student-run businesses across the region. And we get to host at Brown County at the new Eagle expansion next Tuesday. So we have people from the state coming. We have John Lecklider, our donor, is coming to speak to the kids. And we have about over 100, I think, between students and other schools coming to Brown County. So it gets to, again, highlight us across the state. So excited for that. Next Tuesday, we have a public work session from 4:30 to 6:30. That notice will go out tomorrow. The location is still unknown. It'll probably be at the Educational Service Center, but that work session will be able to highlight early childhood across the district. And Debbie Harmon is going to introduce us to our early childhood educators, and then bust some myths, clear up some misconceptions about early childhood and the Brown County Schools. So excited for that. That is absolutely open to the public as well. And then prom, I can't believe we're talking about prom, is April 29th at the 8th Martin Lodge. So the theme is Paris Under the Stars. So excited about that. I did want to add a comment that we are in the process of moving the health clinic from Eagle Park into the old CRC building. Renovations to that building to make that happen are being made through current bond, and that project is slated to be done at the end of the school year. So I do think it's a really good thing that service for not only our employees and their families, but also the community. I will always, from here on out, continue to do another plug for cohort 2 of Brown County Schools Ambassadors. If you don't know what that is a opportunity to be able to bring our community and stakeholders into each one of our facilities once a month for 2 hours to learn about everything from public school finance to human resources to programming and new initiatives. We are about to wrap up cohort 1 with 28 ambassadors that we're able to send back out to the community and help tell our story. So we're looking for cohort 2. You can go on the website and fill out that application to be a part of cohort 2. And then last thing, Brown County Band Director Matt Finley is hosting I don't know if he's hosting it, but Bronzini's is doing a dine in and donate event coming up, and I sent out a parent square today about it, but you have to have that flyer to go in. But any of the sales that night, Brown County Band receives 20% of those sales. So we would say I think it's next Wednesday. Yeah. Another reminder out, but Parents Square went out today.
It is Wednesday the 26th from 4 to 9.
Tuesday's the work session. Wednesday, go eat pizza at Bronzini's. That's all.
And we also have, just as far as updates and things happening, I think Clara brought this for us, that there is a spring PTO concert for staff and teachers, and it is May 18th at 5 o'clock. So I'm excited about that. Right, and dinner starts at 4 o'clock here in the cafeteria, and donations will be accepted to help benefit PTO. Excited. And there's going to be some fabulous musical entertainment. All right, so claims, we have to vote on those. Is there a motion to approve the claims tonight? And any discussion? Right, roll call? Yes. No. Right. And then we have a place here under board updates. I have listed there a legislative update This is the last week of legislative session. They have to be done by April 29th. Senate has approved the budget. They've gone to conference committee. And I think that if anybody, it's a good time if you have an opinion about that. Legislature. Anybody have any other things they'd like to say or offer? All right. Oh, right. It is probably concert and band season, isn't it? Yeah, what's the date? This coming Friday at 5:30. And is that high school or middle school or? Okay. And I know we are always busy here in the auditorium. All of the elementaries coming in. So lots of those coming up here in April. All right, anything else? All right, is there any motion to adjourn? And all those